and I'll be with you. And I'll be with you. All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome. Let's see what we got here. Okay, welcome YouTube. YouTube, welcome. Facebook, or I'm sorry, Zoom, welcome. I'm going to give everybody just a moment here to log on, and then we'll get started on our call. It's good to see everybody. I've been on vacation. I feel like I've been away from you guys for so long. So, welcome back, and it's good to see everybody. Hello, Hawaii. Good to see you. I miss you. I want to come back and see you so bad. And maybe that'll be my next trip. I think that should be. What do you think? I think I'm going to come. So let me give everybody just a second here and then we'll get started. I would love it too. All right, everybody. So as usual, I'm going to let everybody kind of just slide in here as they work their way into the Zoom. I like to always start on time. Okay, so let's get started. All right, everybody, welcome to tonight's Truth Tribe. Thank you all for being here. I am Daune Thompson. I decode the boulders so that you can design the life that you deserve. That's why we're here. Truth Tribe is to illuminate self-awareness of your health, of your wealth, and of your love. You are all perfect. There is nothing wrong with you. And remember always, always that I love you. You don't need an astrology chart for Truth Tribe, but if you have one, it sure helps for self-awareness during the planetary updates. Bring it. If you're a newbie, start bringing your chart. To learn the basics on how to read your chart, if you don't have your chart, go to my I Deserve It membership at ideserveitnow.com, right on the homepage or in the tools in the header, and start with self-awareness astrology. You can also get a free birth chart if you want one right away for tonight's call on my website, ideserveitnow.com. You can go to free Astro and it'll take you right there. And you can at least sort of keep up if you want to see your chart. So tonight's topic, your repair arrives in opposites. Isn't that crazy? So the way to repair your life is to experience the opposite. Of course, we don't want it, but that's just the way it shows up, right? To see it, to observe it, to evaluate the opposite of what you want. Then you get to choose a path. Excuse me, I got back from vacation and I got a little bug. I'm doing so much better. So when you choose the path, sometimes we still choose the path we don't want, the opposite, right? That's your ultimate power minus your programs. And they appear opposing your growth. So they're going to keep appearing opposing your growth for a reason. So you want security to, it's like an example, you want security to heal your abandonment. You must see abandonment to make choices, conscious choices of security. You have to consciously choose that each time, even though it's showing up thinking, here it is again, here it is again. No, the opposite is showing up to give you the opportunity to choose a path. An inner conflict is presenting itself for you right now to see what you're avoiding. It's very easy to be mean right now in the world. I see so many people just angry and mean, to judge, to criticize others, as well as yourself. That's a big one that's going on. And it takes presence and awareness to be compassionate. Presence and awareness of yourself. You are currently on this bridge, my friends, okay? Right in the center between two worlds because you are aware of your frequency is shifting. You can feel it. Even if you don't know what it is, you can feel your frequency shifting. Everything in your reality, your world, your body, you're shifting. And you will magnetize those that match your frequency. So letting go of unhealthy situations or growing out of them is your key. This is your old world. This is your new world. Old you, new you. And you're in the center making decisions of that path. You do this by changing your habits or routine. Okay? And planets and the eclipses that have been happening for the last month are nudging you to see where you're being called to upgrade. Your shadows are being revealed, my friends. They're coming up, right? And so your shadows are very loud right now. Who or what you judge shows the rooms in your lighthouse. Remember, you're a light, you're the center, and you have 12 rooms around your lighthouse. And it's showing you, revealing you what you judge shows those rooms in your lighthouse that need attention. Your heart, right here, it knows the truth. Your head knows programmed beliefs. And when someone tells you their truth, it's still theirs. It's not yours. This is about activating, right now, the energy on the planet is about activating your own heart and soul. So kindness and compassion and light become who you naturally are. The only judgment holding you back is your own right now. That's the only judgment holding you back. And we're all on this bridge. And those last 3 eclipses, they were on the Virgo Pisces axis. We'll talk about that in a minute. They are activating the shadows and forcing us to unplug. One of these eclipses asked you to look within, Pisces. That was a couple weeks ago. Are you delusional? It was asking you, are you avoidant? Are you self-sacrificing? Are you unclear? Do your beliefs actually represent you or what you are, or is it representing your beliefs representing what you are told? That's the difference. The final eclipse that happened yesterday, asked you for an analysis. That's Virgo. Heal, refine, regenerate. Okay, you are already whole, my friends. Everyone wants to tell you you're broken. You're not. It's total bullshit. You're being asked to address where you've forgotten that. And if you don't know what houses are being activated in your chart, again, you can go grab Self-Awareness Astrology 101 to learn the basic tutorial on your own chart. What houses hold Virgo and Pisces? Just go to my website. You can even go to idinow.com. Okay? So the current world events that are happening right now, and there are many of them, they've been going on for the last 5 years. Well, more than that, but the ones you've been visually paying attention to, right? They are distractions. Dawn, why don't you talk about this stuff? Because they're just distractions. Layer after layer of fear porn. People are waking up to their love inside, and every event causes you to choose self-love over programmed beliefs. Your beliefs are breaking open. You are being cracked open to create wholeness and love within, and it expands and cracks you open. So from the beliefs that you hold in a box, that's what it's cracking open. And you don't know you're holding them until all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that's frustrating, that's upsetting, that's judgment, that's anger, that's hatred, that's shame, that's guilt. It's all to crack you open. And whatever it is that's irritating you, upsetting you, whether religion, politics, banking, spirituality, lies, and illusions have been woven. Someone said family. Lies and illusions have been woven into your third dimensional matrix thinking box. Remember, third dimension is the physical, the body. Anything you can touch is three-dimensional thinking. We inverted, remember, we went from body, mind, and then spirit, wondering, is it true? To spirit, then mind, then body. We inverted. And so now everything's coming from truth. Then is this thought going to support that truth? Then does the physical attract it? And your one job is to find the truth. in here. That's what the recent event, I'm not going to even bring it up because I don't need to get triggered and tagged on anything in my call. But the recent event, that's what it's triggering. Hurry, hurry, go find the truth about this truth teller. Was it true or not? Doesn't matter unless you are physically there in that exact moment and it's your reality. It's not, it's none of your realities. So it's not your truth. And the current fear that's going on the planet, and it is happening to break you open, right? That current fear keeps you watching out there instead of feeling your truth in here, staying focused within your light. The pattern is very simple to watch, right? External chaos or internal alignment. Which one do you want? Do you want to look at the external chaos and stay there and lose time and energy and fear and trauma base? Or do you want to stay in alignment with who you are? Okay? The only way forward is focusing on your own frequency, not trauma on repeat. And that's what you're experiencing. Humans are loving souls. You came as a human, perfect infant baby that was so perfect. You were never meant to be in this trauma loop over and over, but you have the power to end it. And that's what keeps happening. It's been happening for so long. And the truth is about you, my friends. The truth is about discernment of self. And the stronger you are within, the stronger you will be able to discern external truth. Is that expanding my current reality or lowering it? Well, all this external constant trauma looping event stuff is not expanding your current reality. All it's doing is draining you and making you feel traumatized, sad, and down. It's draining your energy. So truth is vital right now of your truth. And if the truth is about you, that's all that matters. Discernment of self comes first, over and above anything else. And the stronger that you know your inner truth, the easier it is to recognize an external illusion. Shine light on your 12 aspects, the 12 aspects of your chart, of your lighthouse. Activate your wholeness frequency, all of you, even the parts you don't like. And that's what's coming up. That's called Christ consciousness, Kundalini rising, DNA activation. Call it whatever you want. These are all symbolic of embodying wholeness and claiming all 12 categories of your life, all 12 aspects of yourself. You all know, who have been on my calls before, I do not subscribe to the savior mindset, right? And so I'm not responding to Christ consciousness of the man. I'm talking about the symbolism of what he embodied as a soul. That's the savior mindset. That is boxed, powerless position limiting you to an external being is coming to save you. I do, however, believe community and love in religious doctrines are beautiful. I absolutely do. I believe they're absolutely beautiful because we need community, but we are not communing right now. We're angry and traumatized and fighting, and it is pissing me off. Silly, but it is. Okay? So it's crucial to see you are being encouraged to see the light inside of you and activate all that is uncomfortable. Okay? All that is uncomfortable. Just as all the ascended masters, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Jesus Christ, whoever you want to go use as your higher being, okay? Just as all these ascended masters did as well. They activated all of themselves. They mastered their whole lives and they didn't avoid their shadows. They leaned into the challenge, their inner truth. Okay? It's very easy to see, my friends. A lot of you on this call, probably all of you, are very successful, very driven, very intelligent, very spiritually aligned. But you have 2 or 3 weak spots in your life that you don't want to address because they're uncomfortable. I have them. And I think I addressed it, but then it pops up again. I'm like, ah, damn it. Okay, I'll do it. I don't have to like it. I didn't like it when I got sick. It's something that's been repeating in my life. And I'm like, oh, hell, I had to say, oh, hell no, and take back my power and heal me with all of my remedies. All right. But we don't want to address these repeating patterns. They're in your chart, they're in your DNA, they're in your coding, and you're uncomfortable dealing with them because they're not easy in health, in wealth, in love, in partners, in family, in kids, career, or all the above, maybe. I don't know. I know it's uncomfortable, but you came to activate all 12 strands of your DNA, all 12 categories, all 12 aspects of you. 12 times 12, connecting the dimensions of you fully activated light DNA to create 144 strand, 144,000 if you really want to get to the technicality of it, but we're going to just go 144 strand frequency within your DNA. That's the original soul. But we haven't gotten there because we're so out there listening to the events, telling us horror stories all day long that you were never meant to see. And that frequency, that 144 strand, the 12 strand DNA, that frequency is the activation of your lighthouse of all 12 categories of you. So if you don't want to activate all of you, that's totally fine. But I'm just warning you all now. The pressure you feel in your life in some category is simply your avoidance of one of those areas that you came to master because you're here to be an enlightened master. And so what I've been watching is obsession with another's truth is always a trap. Always, always, always a trap. This energy is pushing you to activate your truth and stop giving your power away. And people are walking away from illusion and they're choosing self-worth. That's the cool part. People are finally going, this is bullshit. None of this is true. Come back to center and be in your truth. This means knowing your soul. This is who I am. You don't need to adapt to me, whoever you are external. I don't need to know if that's true or not. Those who are around you from your old reality may not adapt to you anymore. That's when you will say, you go be the best person you can be, but I'm going to go over here and be me, and that's what you're noticing. That's the bridge of the old earth, new earth, old you, new you. You're right here in the center. You know where you're going. Your heart knows what you deserve. Your heart knows the life you deserve to live. Right? People are backing away from those who do not want to acknowledge their own lack of light over here. Lack of truth. And it doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't mean that they need to be judged. It just makes them unready and unwilling to see their own self-worth because there's not a human soul on this planet that isn't worth all 12 category activated wholeness of their life. Divine consciousness. So if you have a pen and paper tonight, I want you to reflect on a few questions, okay? What really matters to me right now? It's a big question. What really matters to me right now? Okay, next question. If I only focused on that, would anything else matter? If I only focused on that, would anything else matter? For me right now, it's only focusing on my health and my career, okay? Where am I hiding in avoidance? Number 3. Where am I hiding in avoidance in a certain category of my life? And we all are in some sliver. Number 4. Am I living in my own highest frequency? Or am I watching trauma on repeat? I mean, honestly, answer that one. Am I living in my own highest frequency or am I watching this trauma on repeat? Okay, this is a huge question for all of you. And then last, I want to ask, where am I still judging myself instead of activating my light? Where am I still judging myself for not being enough, not fixing this, not being pretty enough, smart enough, successful enough, financially enough? It doesn't matter. Where am I still judging myself instead of activating that light of what really matters to me right now? That's a big question because we're not asking that. We're out here in trauma loops dealing with external events that you don't know the effing truth. You never will because it's never going to be given to you. You aren't in that reality. It's not your truth. Okay? So, the final push on this, your next steps are your weak spots. The categories that you avoid are being called out. Why? Because of this Virgo Pisces axis in your chart will show you where you're hiding. Okay. And I'm going to talk about it in the planetary update in a minute about the Pluto and the eclipses that happen. But they happened in these two, they're opposite each other. Here's Virgo, here's Pisces, somewhere in your chart. Okay. It's an axis. And where that Virgo Pisces axis point in your chart is going to show you where you're hiding. Stop blaming external events and stop watching trauma, my friends. Shift your habits. Research your Virgo Pisces houses. See what they're activating within you. You may be having dreams. You may be having experiences in those categories. You may be having reevaluations in those categories. You're going to see it. And this current scenario, this is your analyst review moment. Compassion, refinement, your inner truth. Choose to embody all 12 strands, all 12 categories. Your only job right now is to acknowledge your light, your DNA, your purpose, and embody it now. That's God consciousness. That's light consciousness. This is how you activate your lighthouse, by choosing truth over fear every single time. And I want to be very clear. People are like, how do I feel better about this, Daune? How do I feel better about that, Daune? How do I feel better? Give me a tool. Okay, I'm going to give you a very clean, clear tool. It's time to stop trying to feel better and just start feeling. If the feeling is pissing you off, if it's guilt, if it's shame, just feel it. I gave you a tool to go, I feel this emotion, this feeling. I'm going to let the feeling go, not the judgment, the problem, the excuse, the people, the experience, the events. This trauma feeling isn't supporting me. Start feeling and going, trauma is not good for me. I'm going to stop this. So stop trying to feel better and start feeling. Feel what is surfacing. Does it elevate me or need attention to my daily focus? And my biggest tip tonight is turn off your damn social, digital media, anything media based, because it's not your truth. It's someone else's truth. And your truth is to find how to elevate and activate this soul, this lighthouse in all rooms with all lights on. Okay? Okay. I'm going to get into, it's a short one tonight because it's very simple. Two worlds, two you. You're standing in the middle. You're learning, going, that isn't serving me. This is what I want. I know where I'm going. I'm not questioning it. You're all awake, my friends. You're on this call because you're like, it's time to rock and roll. I agree. But the slivers of anything left, they're tethering you to those last pieces to awaken them and see them. Okay? Planetary update. This is what's going on in the sky right now. So yes, a month ago, we had a new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees. It was an eclipse. Then 2 weeks ago, on the 7th, we had a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Guys, I was in Greece at an outside table with a whole bunch of friends, and we literally got to see the lunar eclipse happen in real time and watch the moon. The moon goes in between the earth and the sun, and it blocks off the sun. So it was a pitch black sky for a little while. We saw it closing. It was the coolest thing ever. It gave us chills. But that was where the delusion, the collective was being asked to go, okay, It's time to put closure. Full moons are closure to any self-sacrificing, delusions, illusions, things that we want to see that are true or not true. Okay. Then we moved into yesterday, the 21st. You're still feeling it. Okay. Yesterday was a new moon at the last degree of Virgo. Remember, you have 30 degrees of every sign, every constellation. So the moon then came back around again and said, oh, we have another solar eclipse. It's a partial solar eclipse, but it's a solar eclipse, and it's happening in Virgo again at 29 degrees. So with these three eclipses just mean new moon, full moon, but 10 times bigger, 10 times more power, 10 times more energy. Think of it that way, okay? You don't need to know anything other than you feel it. Okay, so these three eclipses are blowing up our awareness to avoided topics, and it is unavoidable. This is a cosmic reset button. Virgo's gift is clarity and details and healing and refinement and devotion to truth through daily habits and service. What are your daily habits? That's what it's going to ask you to evaluate. What do you do daily? Do you do one small, tiny thing daily to improve your reality? That's what it's going to check. Its shadow of Virgo is perfectionism. So you got to watch that. Nitpicking, overanalyzing, self-sacrificing energy that drains your worth. And at 29 degrees, this is a karmic degree. It's like a frenzied feeling like, I got to finish, I got to heal, I got to fix. And I'm trying to help you understand why you're feeling this. And this eclipse is going to push you to stop avoiding your weak spots and finally integrate them into strength. Okay. And so the invitation is to shift one daily habit, refine one pattern, choose compassion over judgment, and not just compassion over others, but compassion over yourself. The shadow will show you where you've been critical and controlling, but the gift of this new moon in Virgo is wholeness, remembering you're already enough, my friends, and using Virgo's energy to embody that truth in your actions. And wherever Pisces and Virgo are in your chart, you might as well go sit and just research. What do these houses mean in my life? What do they activate? What am I hiding from? What does this really mean to me? They're sitting in my fourth house of home and security and family, mother, emotions, mothering. I just left my daughter, right, on that new moon. And Pisces is sitting in my career, and I am launching some freaking amazing new program. And I'm excited about it. And you'll be, in the next couple of weeks, getting information about it. And so it's huge that you start seeing this. Someone's asking, where are they in your chart? In 5 and 11. 11 is Virgo, 5 is Pisces for you. So the question is, where am I being weak, insecure, poor, victimized personality in any of these categories? That's on you, my friends, not them. That's on you because your life has been activated in those categories by these eclipses. Totally a choice, but at this point, everybody is using external events about who ran where, who did what, who hurt who. You are not meant to watch that trauma all day long on a screen and think that you're going to feel good about yourself. Turn the shit off and focus on your own frequency. What daily habit can you tweak to raise your consciousness? Okay. Then in addition to that, eclipses that are rattling everybody. There's so much going in the sky. I'm not even going to go into all of it. You also have Venus in the sign of Virgo, and Venus rules love and wealth. This is why slowing down is the fastest way to health and wealth right now. Because Virgo wants you to analyze it. It wants you to slow down. It wants you to see small tweaks that you can make. But if you're so busy, it ain't going to work. Remember, Virgo is a very nervous, busy energy. And Venus is in Virgo right now, right? So it's basically, you can relook at this as busyness is going to equal scarcity because you're not slowing down enough to see where you can heal, fix, just kind of tweak something a little bit. It doesn't have to be massive. And so anchoring your breath, slow down and breathe. Everybody take a deep breath in. Let's do some DMT breaths. That's what banks your money security and safety because you're slow enough to break. So we're going to do you got this triangle going here, okay? Breathe in 9, hold 9, and breathe down 9, okay? So take a deep breath in, hold, in, deep breath in. Hold for 9. And let out for 9. One more time, in. And hold for 9. And out for 9. That's DMT activation breathing. It's bringing the oxygen in, holding it so your body has time to activate that oxygen and then allowing it completely clear, emptying out. Do that for a minute every day. Slow down. That little thing will tweak you. Because what if your nervous system is your real bank account? Venus in Virgo. Venus is money and beauty and love. What if your nervous system is so frayed and fried that it can't even think straight? Your goal right now, my friends, is to slow down, evaluate where you're overdoing, and focus on slowing down your focus on your health, your wealth, and your love. What would you do differently? It's a big deal. It's what we're all you're going to find that Virgo, now that here's a secondary piece. What sign or what planet is in your Virgo house? Do you have a planet ruling that? Go look for that planet. That can also activate, right? And that'll help you understand a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to ask you all to repeat after me. Let's tap in some frequency. Log in, okay? Repeat. I'll tap into a little bit more in Q&A. I know questions are coming in. Repeat after me. Tap into the thymus, your nervous system, your immune center. Let's remind the nervous system who you are. Repeat after me. I am courage. I am love. And I am truth. I know courage. I know love. And I know truth. All right, I'm going to open up Q&A. As you know, there are no questions off the table. Anything coming up, you can share. I'm the only one that sees them in the chat, so I'm happy to answer them. Who is feeling the trauma pull on the earth right now, and how is it impacting your growth? How many of you felt that pulling on you? Okay, that's the question I'm going to throw out there. Someone brought up that you have a moon in Virgo. You are literally getting doubly activated regarding your health, regarding your daily habits. How you structure your life is huge. Okay, someone asked what planet what. Do you have planets in the Virgo or Pisces houses? My Venus is in that Pisces house. So that's why I'm telling all of you, oh my goodness, it's truly telling me financially, emotionally, relationship-wise, am I being wishy-washy, insecure, illusion, self-sacrificing in that category of my life? I need to pay attention to it because Venus rules my own Venus. Venus in the sky right now is in Virgo. Okay. So yes, this person with moon in Virgo said, yes, I was tired, needing to rest. It gave me a chance to reset my routine. Perfect. Someone else says, so every event is simply asking us, every event, this person's talking about every time something crazy happens on the planet. Yes, every event is simply asking us to choose to be in trauma or fear, or choose to focus on ourselves and heal that. Is that what you're saying? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You just summed up the whole class, right? If you don't pull your energy outside of you and find what scares you, give it time and attention, okay? It grows. You have to pull your energy away from that. It grows your power and ability to increase your health, your wealth, and your love because you aren't questioning things if it's not a match to your own truth. You will only question things if you're like, that's not good for me. That doesn't work. That's weird. That's not okay. That doesn't make me feel good. Stop trying to feel better and just feel it. What does it feel like? Terrible. No thanks. Turn it off. So, yes, any trauma event is a choice to engage or not. Are you able to look big picture and see it from a big perspective, from the quantum view, above it all? Does it bother you? So you absolutely have that choice. Next question says, healing is appearing deeply for me, and I'm feeling like I'm being pushed over the edge. So much is pulling on me. Is that normal? Right now, my friends, yes. I'm feeling the same way. I have been traveling. I was on a 2-week vacation. I got back. I got sick. 2 days later, I was back on another trip, right? And I had to help my daughter again, fourth new moon, eclipse, fourth house, mothering, right? And it didn't help my health. And I have a huge project pushing for my attention while running my company very crystal clear. So my point is yes, it hit me the same way. So I'm glad you asked that question. When you're ready to see your weak spots, as I said at the beginning, your repairs of your life are accompanied by the opposites of what you don't want to see, right? So if you'll slow down and get focused on your own life, what is needed to elevate your life, you're going to catch it very quickly. I caught it very quickly when I started not feeling well. I went to everything, I did everything, all my natural remedies, and it killed the crap. Did it slow me down? Yes, but I was actually functional. I could have been laid out for a week. It hit me hard. And I didn't have time for that, but because I knew when I analyzed what's vitally important for me right now, take care of my health and focus on the immediate projects right now. Do one thing a day to get myself to the next level. And all of a sudden today, it all fell into place. So it's a really, really vital that you understand that the external world will constantly keep serving you from this point forward. Trauma to watch, trauma to pull into, trauma to pull you down. And I'm asking you all to activate your own life and say, I'm not interested in the trauma loops anymore. I've lived a lifetime of that. My family, my parents, my ancestors lived that way. I'm a lighthouse. I'm not interested. I'm going to be the brightest, most badass version of myself. And I'm going to let people join me when they're ready. And I'm going to light myself, enlighten my life. And I'm going to choose me. You might feel that, oh my God, what if I'm judged? Oh my God, I don't want to have any conflict in my life. Oh my gosh, if it's your truth, that's where you stay. The conflict will resolve itself. They're adults. They can man up. They can, family up. They can friend up. If they're meant to be in your life, they will be your friend no matter what you do and say. They will client up because of your version of you. They want that version of you. They want the highest version of you. But they won't wait for you. You won't wait for them. And that's what's getting activated through everybody right now. And I'm watching people crash and burn, explosions in life happening quite a bit. It's not a negative. Like I said, I felt it, but I did not fall. I did not accept it. I did not allow it. I ended up going to my healer in between. I got a whole bunch of treatments. You all know I teach people a lot of natural remedies, right? I used a hydrogen peroxide solution nebulizer that broke it all up. I've been doing it daily. It's helped a ton. Didn't need to go to a doctor, didn't need to go anywhere. It just slowed me down because energetically my body was like, no, 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 you've been running hard. It's time for you. And I had to listen. I had to slow down. And that's what it's asking all of you. Does that make sense, my friends? Any other questions? If you have your chart, you have any general questions that are coming up and you're like, why is this? I don't care what the topic is. It really doesn't bother me. I mean, I can kind of answer you all from the quantum field perspective. But if things are coming up, this is your time to ask questions. Why is this way, Daune? Why is this bothering me, Daune? That's what TruthTribe is for. And I want you all to understand that if we keep falling into these trauma loops, you're then being pulled away from your activated truth. And all of you are raising your frequency so that your 12-strand DNA is connected, and those 12 strands are connected to 12 quantum fields. And when you're connected to the quantum, your power is so big, no one can move you, like a lighthouse. Unmovable, no storm can even think about touching you. That's the goal. And that is my mission on this planet, is to raise the self-worth of this planet one person call discussion at a time. And if you can embrace that and understand that's the reason you're here, you will stop embracing and encouraging and engaging discussions regarding trauma and darkness. It's not for you if it's not your purpose and truth to discuss. Make sense? Okay. That's it for questions. Let's see. Likely we will be experiencing more and bigger traumas seeking our attention. It means we have to work harder to stay centered. Yes. And you guys, for 2026 coming in, I want you all to understand that pushing into next October, right? It's going to be a good 6 to 8 months that you're going to keep seeing random trauma experiences. And I'm giving you the free pass go card right now. The way you don't fall into it and keep yourself in this lack victim mindset of 3D matrix thinking is by empowering your own light, because you will have more trauma experiences happening, whether personally or externally, that trigger yourself personally. They're going to keep appearing. Uranus is in Gemini. Like, there's all these planets are saying, get ready, guys. We're here shaking up the world constantly to see if you're going to stay centered and unmovable, or are you going to lose yourself? So yes, you can expect more. This isn't the last. But it is not here to hurt you. It is here to see if you're going to falter. I felt like I have completed some karma. Now I can move forward. Absolutely. And you all understand that karma is completion, my friends. Karma is not about doing good, getting good, doing bad, getting bad. It's about having challenges and shadows in your life. And you're here to complete and learn that lesson so it's no longer a shadow, it's light. And that's where your power and confidence grow. So they'll keep coming up like mine. My health was like, oh, here we come again. I was like, oh no, nope, we're not doing this anymore. I'm not playing this game anymore. I had to take back my power. Did I like it? Did I have a tantrum about it for a few minutes? I absolutely did. I was pissed because I shouldn't have to go on a trip and then come home and then have to heal from a trip. I should have been, filled with energy and embraced with energy, yet I allowed myself to get drained. And that's on me. But I did pull back faster. And that's what you're all going to watch is it's not that the traumas, the experiences, the challenges, the karma aren't going to keep appearing. You're just going to get faster at clearing it or saying no and putting up a boundary. You're going to get faster. The more enlightened, the more awake, the more aware, the higher your frequency is, the faster you are at discerning, is that mine or not? And if it's not yours, you won't engage. And you won't judge, you won't be angry, you won't question. You just won't need it because you'll be quite happy. It's now light and I can spot it immediately. Now I'm expanding. Discernment is powerful. I love it. You guys are doing amazing. Please know this. You are some powerful spiritual lighthouse beings, and you are all spiritual warriors that are here for a reason. Do not let up, my friends. You got this. So I want you guys to always remember to like, share, invite TruthTribe, invite a friend, right? If you need a copy of your birth chart to see just the planets, go to my website. I have a free astro download. You can go to ideserveitnow.com or idinow.com and just tap on free astro. It says download your free birth chart. It spins, it gives you a little report, and then at the bottom it says download your PDF, and you have a whole description, a little mini report, plus where all the signs and houses are in your chart. Now, if you're ready to go all in on your self-awareness and you don't work with me privately and you haven't already joined, right? You want to go in on your self-awareness and wake up and do it slow drip, like Virgo says. Join the VIP I Deserve It membership. It's totally free. You get access to everything that I have made, and you take it one step at a time to get to know you. Okay. Again, just head over to my website. Remember that if you're listening to this after the live session, all those links are in Spotify and YouTube. They'll be in the notes below. And as always, you all know how to find me in a private DM in social media or email me. Find me if you have any questions. I'm always here for you. Do not question that you have to do this alone. You do not. I am here. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I love you all. Brightest blessings. Take care.